What's up YouTube? It is your boy Lowpes and welcome back to another video. I am here with Alex and we're working on the 1999 Civic Si K-Swap. I got a bit of a confession and it's not what he's thinking. So we have a confession. We kind of worked on the car and then recorded. So Alex and I were just hanging out.
Why are you saying we?
Because you're part of this. We were hanging out in the garage and we were just like, you know, throwing back a couple brews and we just started tackling some stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys what we did. Nothing crazy, but we did do a few things. Check it out. Hope you're excited for this video. All right, so we did a bit of work here, as you guys can see. Nothing major. We installed, as you see, we have the CMC. You knew that already. But then we installed the line all the way down to the slave over here. And then we painted this little black coolant line here also. Doesn't look the greatest, but it's better than what it looked like. And the rad is in, mocked it up. We just got to get the clamps. And now we're working away at the power steering and AC delete. There you go. Spit it out, Chris. But it's coming together. We have a big box of Ktuned goodies here. Thank you to Ktuned for sending this out. Super hyped. If you guys need any Ktuned products, make sure you use the link in my bio. And what it does is you pay the same amount, but you help a brother out and you help contribute to the channel to do fun things like this so you guys can learn. Right, Alex?
Right.
Today, I don't know exactly what we're doing. We're just tackling things. I think we're gonna start working on this bad boy over here, and then I think we might tuck the headlight harness.
Tuck?
Yeah, well, we're routing it.
Yeah, we'll run it. Yeah.
We're gonna run it, so it's technically tucking it.
Who's running?
You? Me?
No, I don't run.
Yeah, I can't remember last time I ran. You guys can probably tell. All right, so go to my first video and then go to this video. You can tell. I saw it working out.
Oh,
hey,
it's COVID time.
It's COVID. Everything's locked down. You know.
Even when the times are done, it's still COVID.
That's it. I'm bulking up just in case we run out of food. I can live a little longer.
That's right.
A little bit of meat. All right, guys. We're just gonna assemble this here. Alex, shall you explain what you're doing, or?
It's pretty straightforward, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Remove a tensioner pulley, add a tensioner pulley.
Whoa!
3 bolts, man. 3 bolts.
Yeah, it's pretty simple here. We are going to use, I'm gonna use that nasty OEM RB, what is it? PRB manifold and stuff for now. We'll upgrade that after, and then we're just gonna do this so that we can get this running. We will upgrade that afterwards. Any of you guys need that? Get out of my garage. But this is getting there. I'm super excited. It's nice to see it rad in, and slowly but surely things are assembling. So we are putting the auto tensioner and the Ktuned pulley on here. We got this from a friend of ours all the way up in Barry's. Hooked us up with some awesome parts, including this radiator, the hoses, and the auto tensioner and the pulley. I'm super excited to put this on. It came off his beast of an EK, and you're gonna look at me. It came
I thought you were
up.
talking about the motor.
No.
Came out of a Beast RSX.
Yeah, that a little bit too, but this came out of a beast of an EK, so it's kind of cool to have his parts part of this build. Also, we are tightening this up, and then after we just run the Ktuned tucked harness and see how that kind of looks. But we're definitely gonna start routing the headlight harness, and I believe we don't have to extend any wires. Now I think we can run it like this and everything ends up working out. We'll see. It's what I've been told, and yeah, I'm excited. This is looking mighty fine, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, so now we're going to tackle doing the charge harness, and as you can see, this is a tight spot. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tackle this with Alex, and then we're gonna review it and show you guys exactly how we did it and if it even works out. We may have to extend some wiring. I'm thinking we don't, because I've heard we didn't have to from other people who did it. But you just never know. We're gonna tackle it and we'll show you guys and see if it ends up working out. So you get basically, we'll see in the next clip. Alex has widen the holes over here just a little bigger. These plugs are pretty big, so what we decided to do instead is we're just gonna cut them and wire them back on, because to make, you know, you see the issue here? You see the issue here? The holes would have to be really, really big to fit, and it would have to come in on an angle of like this sort to make it work. But it's definitely gonna be entertaining, and he's just cutting my shit up. Big shout out to Ben Young. He sent me this out, some Downstar hardware. I have two here, and then I replaced some of the ugly bolts that we had. It looks so much better. Thank you very much, dude. Thanks for being part of the build. I appreciate it. A lot of you guys helped out and gave me or hooked me up with some awesome prices on this build. Like I said, I got the rad. What else did I pick up from? I got the rad, the alternator Ktuned pulley here, and I got that for a really good price too. Thanks to my buddy there too. And yeah, check it out. It looks pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie. It looks a lot better than those rusted bolts, and now it's looking a little better. I was cleaning the manifold just a bit, but I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I was gonna clean it better. It's gonna look like shit here, but I'm getting sick and tired of cleaning shit. So what I'm gonna do is, hey, DC Auto Spa, I'm gonna send it to you once it's on the car running, and you're gonna clean it. I'm eventually gonna get an RBC manifold with a different throttle body and all that anyways, but just for now, we're just gonna leave it. I just need to get a new belt because this belt is for a K24. That's why it's kind of loose. Just gotta buy a new belt. And yeah, now it's looking a lot better. These rusted bolts are gone. These Downstar hardware looks so much better, and eventually I'll get the other ones all to match, right? A lot better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Once Alex is done with all his wiring,
All the spaghetti.
on all that spaghetti stuff, I'll get to you with the harness there, and I'll show you what we're doing. And then we might even get the Ktuned engine harness, the tucked one, and maybe run it. We're going with the flow. We'll see how much we can get done before we get too tired. But it's getting there, and it's looking really good. Let's go. Car's gonna start tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys heard it. It probably won't, so don't get your hopes up. But, you know, I don't know if I have enough coolant and all that shit. So we will get progress done though. So check it out. This is the Ktuned tucked harness. I'm really excited to use this, especially because everything's labeled. It's gonna be easy, as you guys can see. And we are going to start routing this just so we can basically plug in some of the plugs that we need to that are in harder spots before I put the manifold in. Should still be pretty easy because I can go underneath the car, but we're gonna start doing this. Alex, are you almost done? So we're getting there. So I'm gonna put this aside, start working on the manifold, and then we're gonna work on the tucked harness. Honestly, this harness is so nice, and it's gonna look so nice hidden away in this vid. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we've been working away at the Ktuned tucked harness here. So far, everything's been really good and straightforward. The only thing we're probably gonna have to cut is the VSS, and I do have one for my buddy Kevin Lips. He's gonna give me one, and this basically just doesn't work with that. We gotta cut it and reuse a different one that fits, but everything else has been fitting pretty well. The kit is pretty self-explanatory where everything goes, and the way they kind of even wire it up and give you the space to where things go, it's been perfect. Like the amount of slack that you need, it's been working fine. Then they give you a wire here, if you can see, and what you have to do is basically ground the starter to the alternator, and then from that, all these wires here. Not saying this is the final position of all the wires, we may tuck it a little better afterwards, but we're trying to just plug things in where they should go and clean it up as much as possible, just so when we put the manifold in, we can basically work it, like we don't have to do this. It'll be a lot easier, but it's coming together. These has made a big difference from those nasty rusty ones. And don't worry, this is getting changed. I think I'm gonna go with the Jays Racing Teal. I think it'll look really nice in contrast with the red very nicely. And I've always liked that color. And funny enough, when I purchased my CSX, when it was silver, it came with a teal Jays Racing valve cover. And it was really nice, but it started flaking on me. But guys, progression. All right, so now we're gonna install Ktuned Slim Fan on here. This is the first time we've actually done this, so I was actually intrigued in how this is done. So we're gonna have to put these guys through the actual radiator, and it goes through, it hits through that spring that spaces out the spring and the rad there, and then we have these little zip tie things that keep it closed. So I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So this is how we think it's done, and it looks like some people don't even use the springs, but they gave it to us, so we're going to use them as like mounting points. We've put the slim fan in. They're held on by these little like brackets. We were gonna use the springs on it, but we decided not to because we saw a lot of people not do it. Hopefully we don't regret the decision, but as you can see, it's kind of weird. It's like these zip tie things. This is the first time I've ever used something like this. So it goes, it wants to brighten up, give it a second. So that little black thing goes through the rad and then comes out on this side, and you put this little piece on. We're gonna figure it out, don't worry. But there's the rad and the rad fan, another piece to the puzzle. We are trying to figure out a few things here. So this is a coolant temp sensor from the old motor, right? But this sensor adapter here, the temp sensor adapter here, in pictures it's shown that it's flush, but for some reason this is the furthest we get it. We can get it in without. We get it until it's kind of late. That we can get it in. So we're just gonna leave it like that because I do not want to strip the entire piece here, so we're gonna leave it like that, and we're just figuring out a few little wiring things. The wiring was pretty straightforward with everything that we had here, but since it's our first time, we're just double checking everything and going through it, but it's getting there. I'm super excited, and progression's happening. Wow, bro, that hat, it's gotta go now.
Why?
You need a Lowpes hat now. Nice.
Where's my hat?
In the making. All right, so I just finished putting the manifold in, and it's not the nicest, whatever. It's gonna get changed with the throttle body. Anyways, we're gonna keep the OEM one for now, and we're gonna change the valve cover, so it's all gonna look better afterwards. Just bear with me for now. This is so the car can get running and all that. Alex is still dealing with wiring. How's your wiring going?
It's going.
All right, now I'm going to do the Ktuned heater hoses. Excited. All these little parts are gonna look nice. The whole red, black, and polished theme has come together. Aside from the valve cover, manifold, throttle body. Just irks that out. But that is going to go back here, and we're going to basically install these, and another part of the puzzle will be done. All right, guys. So, few things. The heater hoses are in. If you see, they're opposite. We're just gonna run the heat on and off. We're not gonna have the switch of, you know, low, medium, high type of that. So we're just gonna run that for now, just like that. I may do that afterwards. But now we are running the headlight harness. So, as you can see over there, Alex has cut all the plugs and rewired them through the holes that we made. And now we're gonna try running the headlight harness all the way around and see if it works and see if it fits. I believe it does. This is just the hood latch, which I gotta clean up. It's all gunky and nasty, as you guys can see. But yeah, it's coming together. Small little things here and there. Like I said, we just need a proper belt. Alex is stepping on my bulbs, and I'm gonna step on your bulbs if you break my bulbs. All right, so we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna show you if this works without extending any wiring or anything like that. All right, guys, as you can see, we have some headlights on. So the harness, so we have it kind of hanging here, and we're routing it, and we've routed it through here and all the way underneath. It wraps around the rad there, and it comes back over here. So if you were to keep your fuse box and battery here, this would probably reach, but because we're tucking it into the glove box, we're gonna have to extend these wires, which won't happen in this episode because we've probably been at this for 6 hours now, I'd say, around that. And I've been working, I've made a few other videos today too, so it's been a hell of a day working on cars, but as you can see, it's slowly coming together. It's nice to see headlights. It's refreshing, and this is all coming together. What do you guys think down below? I am super hyped about it. Alex and I are gonna finish up a couple of things, but that's it for this episode. It was kind of a miscellaneous episode, which we did a whole bunch of things. At the end of the day, once this wiring's done, I'll get Alex to kind of run through it because he's the wiring expert here, not me. And yeah, I'm pretty tired. Energy's kind of low right now. I'm gonna peace out for now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Alex, say bye.
Peace out.
Peace out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate the view. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do it once, do it right. Peace out and later.